All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. This brother Obadiah from New Wine Congregation. And, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the true name of who the world calls God. But Hashem just means in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is who the world calls Jesus Christ. In this video, I'm gonna touch on today through the Spirit is going into adultery, right? We're gonna explain what adultery is, and I'm gonna get some scriptures to prove that that's a sin that's worthy of death. Because a lot of people don't truly know the definition of adultery. So we gonna touch on it through the Spirit. We're gonna get some scriptures going into how the Most High God feel about adultery, because adultery is normalized here in America, in society. When a man take another man's woman, that's glorified. Your uncle give you doubt. All right, nephew, I see you. I see you got game like your uncle. You hear it in music. Brothers bragging about taking another man's wife. That's glorified. People give you thumbs up for taking another man's wife here in America, here in Babylon the Great. These things are glorified, throughout society, through your friends, through your family. You know what I'm saying? If you on sports, play sports, through your teammates, they glorify you when you do these things, man. They actually push you to do it. You may tell them you like this woman, and she got a boyfriend, a so-called boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? But we know there's no such thing as boyfriends in the Bible. But just say she got a husband, right? And instead of them telling you, bro, don't do that, bro, that's adultery. You can get put to death for that. They encourage you to do it more. But we're gonna touch on adultery tonight through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And they also make music about it. Trey Songz got a song called Mr. Steal Your Girl. The singer The Dream, he got a song called something about I'm in love with your girl. Something crazy. I like your girl or something like that. It's plenty of these songs, man, especially in the R&B. You hear about, and even in music videos, you see these men talking to these women that's already in relationships. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got women married, and they messing with other men, talking about as soon as I get home, I'll make it up to you. That's madness. You married. You're not supposed to be messing with no other men. We finna get into it. Let's get into it right here. It's adultery. Our brother had posted this on his story, and I screen recorded it, and I wanted to touch on it. It says adultery. You shall not commit adultery. And I was going to get Exodus 20 and 14. Plain as day. It's plain as day. It says, from the time Moses received God's commandments, Israel law prohibited adultery, which was considered treachery of the worst sort. Adultery was defined in the Old Testament as voluntary sexual relations between a married or betrothed woman and a man other than her husband. A married man was allowed to have more than one sexual partner. He might have other wives as well as concubines. However, he was not to have sexual relations with another man's wife or fiance. And that is the true definition of adultery according to the Bible. You might hear other definitions outside the Bible. You might go to Google and type in what is adultery. They might tell you when a man is married and he lays with a single woman. That's not in the Bible. According to the Bible, the men could have multiple wives, right? So if a man had a wife and he wanted to pursue a single woman, that wouldn't be adultery according to the Bible. The definition according to the Bible, because there's plenty of accounts. And I actually did a video on this on our page. Y'all can look into it, going into how polygyny is lawful. And I go into the accounts of brothers in the Bible that had multiple wives. And that wasn't considered adultery. They didn't get judged for having multiple wives. The Lord didn't kill them for having multiple wives. So it's not a sin for a man to have multiple wives, right? If we going off the Bible. But adultery would be if a man messed with another man's wife. Example, with King David. King David got in trouble. The Lord punished him because he committed adultery with Uriah the Hittite's wife. That was the crime that David did. It wasn't him taking like for King Solomon, right? King Solomon reason why he got in trouble was because he was taking heathen women. It wasn't because the women that he was taking, but he was taking heathen women and getting into their customs. So adultery on a man's term is when a man messes or sleeps around with a married woman because she's already promised to someone else that's going off. That's adultery for a man, right? And a woman, adultery for a woman would be when a woman sleeps or messes, and she's married and she messes around with another man, because a woman can't have multiple husbands according to the Bible. So if a woman she's already married, right? She already married and she lays down with another man. That's adultery. And it's a lot of people doing that. A lot of people get married. And their and their husband don't work out. Right? They don't work out. I don't like him. I don't love him no more. He don't treat me right. He ain't doing like he's supposed to do. Y'all get a divorce, and then the woman gets married to another man. Why her husband's still alive? That's adultery. The Lord is not honoring that marriage. I'm gonna show you that the Lord is not honoring that marriage, because you that man is that even though you so-called got a divorce, right? Even though you got a so-called divorce, a lot of people do in the world, they go get divorced on paper and stuff like that. That's still your husband. You is promised to that man. That's why we have to read our Bibles. You are promised to that man as long as he live. Let's get it. You are promised to that man as long as he live. That's why it's very important to prove your partner, man. Because once you lay down with that person, man, you in the knowledge of this truth, man. Like, I ain't talking about you kind of lukewarm and I'm not talking about when you first come into this truth and you hear about sex is marriage and then you lay down with somebody. No, because when you first come into this truth, you're not fully a new person, as 2 Corinthians 5:17 say. You're not fully a new creature. Just like when people find out, when somebody first come into the truth and you tell them that you can't smoke no weed, they might continue to smoke it, or you might tell them that you can't eat crab, shrimp, and lobster. They may continue to smoke it, right? Because they not that new creature yet, right? They just hearing about it, so they kind of trying to figure things out, man. They not renewed in their mind, right? They haven't been baptized with the word, as the scriptures say. They haven't been baptized in the word. They don't know the law. They don't know nothing, right? But when you fully come into this thing, you truly have the knowledge, you've been keeping these commandments, right? The Lord gonna hold you accountable. So let me get this. It's Romans chapter 7 and verse 2 through 3. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, or free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. So basically, that's that. You making that covenant, that you are sealing that covenant when you lay down with if you're a woman, you lay down with this man, you and this man lay down with you. That's the covenant being fulfilled right there, man. So y'all, according to the law, y'all married. So the Lord said, if you a woman, you can't get with another man unless that man dies. Unless that man dies, you can't get with another man. So it's a lot of so-called runaway brides that call themselves Israelites. They know the knowledge of the truth, right? They get married to a man. Now all of a sudden they don't want to be with him no more. Now they saying they're not married no more. Now they going to another camp They not telling the other camps that they married. They saying they ain't married. Now another man lay with that woman, and they don't even know that they committed adultery because she not telling him. You know, so that's adultery. If you are a woman and you married to this man, and y'all so called get a divorce, and you get with another man, that's adultery. You can't get with according to the Bible. If you're a woman, you can't get with another man unless your husband dies. That's in the law. You can't get with another man unless your husband die, man. That's the only way you can't get. It don't matter if he. Now you can separate. What's that precept? Let me get it real quick. You can separate according to the Bible. So if your husband like doing some crazy stuff like beating on you, if he, you know what I'm saying, you yell at, you know what I'm saying, being a nigga in the house, being a lion in the household. Let me get this precept. What's that? Salakia. Let me get this precept, what's that? Yeah, let me get this. Cause yeah, you can separate, man. The Lord not telling you if the Lord not telling you gotta stay with this man if he beating on you or he not providing and things like that. You can separate, but you can't divorce. You can't get another husband. When you separate with your spouse, you supposed to have that mindset of getting back with them soon, man. Right? It shouldn't have a mindset of separating forever. This is supposed to be a period for that man to get his spirit right. Whatever demons he dealing with, to fast them off while you not in there. To build his spirit up for you to come back into the house. Not for you women to get another husband during that process, because that's adultery. Because he's not dead. Just like with his sister, if I'm mistaken, her name was Abigail. She was a righteous woman, and her husband was wicked. But she couldn't leave, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't divorce or nothing like that, because she was promised to him, according to the law. She was promised to him until he died. But the Lord eventually ended up killing him and giving her to David. So the Lord can do that too. If you a righteous sister, right, and your husband just wicked, don't divorce him. You can't do that. You can't leave him. You can't, leave and then say you're not married no more. No. Just because your husband wicked, that don't mean that you ain't married to him no more. So the Lord can not wishing death. You shouldn't wish death upon your husband, but the Lord can kill him. If you're a righteous woman, the Lord can kill him and give you to a righteous man, because when he dies, you can remarry. But that's just situation. That's situational, man. That can happen. But it's 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse. Let me see. I want to start at. Into the marriage. Let me get verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. So the Lord he really don't want you to depart. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't really get like that, man. It shouldn't really get to the point where the woman and the man want to kind of depart from each other. It ain't one meant like that, man. You locked in. Y'all one flesh when y'all lay it down. So it wasn't, the Lord's intentions wasn't for you to depart. That's why when Christ came, when the law said you can write a bill of divorce, you had brothers writing bill of divorces for the woman just because they got tired of her. They were writing bill of divorces for these women for crazy stuff. Oh, I ain't know her breath stank in the morning. Writing a bill of divorce. Damn, I thought she could cook. Now she burning all the cornbread. Writing a bill of divorce. Dang, I ain't know her feet stink. Writing a bill of divorce. So now Christ came and he tightened up everything. He like, nah, and I'm gonna get that verse. Christ like, nah, the only way you gonna be able to divorce this woman, the only way you truly gonna be able to divorce this woman, brothers, is by fornication. That's the only way now. You can't just write her a bill of divorce because you see something, you don't like something that's in her. You can't do that. Christ said that you can't do that no more. You can't write them a bill of divorce for anything. You can't write her a bill of divorce if she didn't commit fornication. If she didn't do if she didn't commit adultery with another man, if she didn't do no homosexual act, no bestiality, no pedophilia, right? Anything that's fornication, you have to stay with that woman. Incest, you have to stay with that woman. According to the Bible, according to what Christ said. Right? So he said, but as she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled. My bad. Let me slow down. Verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord. Let not the wife depart from her husband. So let not the wife depart from her husband, man. But, and if she depart, so Christ the Bible say, yeah. So if you depart, Paul said, if you depart, because Paul probably thinking like situational now. Okay, the man might beat on her. It might come a time where she may have to, leave out the house from him. It says, but as she depart, let her remain unmarried. So Paul like, okay, if you depart, if you want to depart for your husband, stay unmarried. But that's what a lot of our women don't do. When they depart from their husband, they trying to get a divorce. They get in the papers. They're trying to get a divorce. Soon as they depart, Paul said, don't do that. You can't marry another man when you depart from your husband. That's your husband until he dies. It says, and you have a lot of women become widows. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women becomes widows when their husband died. They know they can remarry, but they don't want to though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women stay widows. But it says, verse 11, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. So the Bible said, let her remain unmarried. So women, if it come a time where you do have to depart for your husband for good, like he ain't changing, he still, he kind of slipping back in the world, he being wicked, he started back smoking weed, he started back gang banging, he started back, carrying pistols. And if you're a righteous sister, you don't have to, you can depart, but the scripture said you must remain unmarried. Right, but first when you first depart from your husband, you should have the mindset of getting back with that person. But when you continue to try to do it, you're giving them chance, and they continue to do the same thing. Then you may have to depart for good, but you can't get married unless your husband die, unless he gets shot during the drive-by. He kind of overdosed, some crazy stuff. He get judgment for going back into the world. Then that's what you can get with another man. It says, or be reconciled to her husband. Now the Bible saying, now this is what the Most High God more likely would like for a woman to get back with her husband. To get back with him, to to do whatever y'all gotta do to make this work. Because the Lord never intended us to to divorce and things like that, man. He never intended us to do that. So you can be reconciled back with your husband if everything work out. And sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes people need to split up for a period of time just to realize what they missing, or to get their spirit right, or to get their mind right. Sometimes they need that, and then they come back together. It be 10 times better than what it was before. So sometimes you need that separation for a period of time. And it says, and let not the husband put away his wife. And don't put away your wives, brother. Only time you can put away your wives is for fornication. And I'm going to get that. The only time you can put away your wives is for fornication. That's it. You can't put her away for nothing else. If she didn't commit fornication, you can't put her away because you caused her to. If you put her away, brothers, if you put her away for anything else besides fornication, and she remarried, you cause her to be in adultery. Understand that. Let me keep going. But the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. So Paul basically saying this is what I'm saying. But Paul was in the spirit though. So I would listen to Paul. He's kind of saying he's speaking as a man right here. But I would take my advice from Paul. Paul was in the spirit. Paul said, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother has a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Yeah, so brothers, if you got a wife that's just say you was with this woman and you coming to this truth, but she not in the truth. Paul said, hey, don't put her away. Cause she want to dwell with you, right? She just cause she might not, cause you never know, she might come into the truth soon. You may have just came to the truth earlier than you. That's why you being your light to her. So you come into this truth, and she kind of don't want to let Christmas go. She don't want to let Thanksgiving go. You know what I'm saying? She kind of struggling with the pants. Paul say, but she want to dwell with you though, right? She love you. She happy to be around you, right? She cooking for you. She cleaning for you. She massaging your back. Paul said, man, don't let her go, man, because you never know. You know what that scripture roughly paraphrasing, but a man, you can save your household, bro. You can save her just by how you is in this truth, right? She can see your righteousness and see what you doing, and eventually she might take the pants off and put a dress on, right? She might stop putting the Christmas tree up and start putting a menorah up. You never know. But if she happy to dwell with you, man, hey, Paul says, speaking as a man, he wouldn't, don't let her go. It says, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. I just read that. And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. So same thing. Woman, if you come into this truth and your husband don't want to come into this truth, you kind of, doing the same thing, celebrating Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day and stuff like that. If he want to dwell with you and he love you, don't let him, don't leave him. Basically what Paul's saying. It says, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. So if you in this truth, and your spouse may not be, you can sanctify them by you. You can sanctify them by you, man. You see what I'm saying? The Lord can save your household by what you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Paul's saying what he's saying. Paul in the spirit. But 15 say, but if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such case, but God has called us to peace. So like, but if they, you know what I'm saying? If they want to depart, meaning like now they don't want to be with you because you're in the truth. So it's like your woman, like, I don't want to be with you no more. You weird. You're not the same person I met in high school. You don't want to celebrate Christmas no more. You in a cult, and she just want to leave. She get up and leave. The scripture say, let her leave, man. Let them leave. A brother or sister not under bondage in such cases, right? But it says, we still want to keep going. Right, so I'm gonna start right there. Hold on. No, let me get 16. I'll start. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband, or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? So you never know, man. You never know. You can save your wife, man. You just by your works and your faith, You can save your unbelieving wife and sister, your unbelieving husband, right? So let me get this real quick. 20 Exodus 20:14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So it's plain. This is in the law. It's plain as day. The Bible said you're not supposed to commit adultery. I'm gonna say it again. Adultery is when a woman that's married lays down or commit fornication with another man, and for adultery for a man is a man that lay down or commit fornication with a married woman, right? Because why would you want your husband's wife? Why would you want your husband's wife? That's wicked, and that shows that you hate your brother, man. That shows hate that you have towards your brother for you to want your brother's wife. It's so many single women out here, man. It's so many single women out here that wants a husband in these last days, and you decide that you want your husband's wife. So the Lord gonna kill a lot of people that's committing adultery, man. It's a lot of wickedness, and it's a lot of wickedness in this truth. That's what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. Just because a brother or sister wear fringes and they saying Kwam Yasharala and they laboring out there teaching, hey, you got to try their spirit, man. What the scripture say, a man may be known by his fruits or his looks. You know what I'm saying? You going to know a person by their fruits. You going to know a person by their fruits, man. Don't think you have all these Israelites in this truth righteous, or well, not righteous. Don't think that all these Israelites in this truth sincere, because it's not true. Right? It's a lot of Israelites that's in this truth that call themselves Israelites is committing adultery behind closed doors. Brothers putting away their wives for simple stuff. Oh, I don't like the way you talking to me. So called, he getting a piece of paper and writing the bill of divorce. Oh, I don't like the way I don't like the way you iron my clothes. Writing the bill of divorce. Oh, I don't like the way your breath smell. Your breath smell like shh. You know what I'm saying? Writing a bill of divorce. This is stuff going on in the truth, in this knowledge. That's why the Bible said 2/3 of our people gonna die. That's not just talking about the people that's in the world. It's talking about people in this truth as well. Because a lot of people in this truth, are going off. You have women, right? You having women got husbands, and they all in brother comments on Facebook. They got husbands, but they all in people comments on brothers comments, commenting, talking to brothers in they comments. You have women literally getting married to men, and it may be a disagreement or something. Now they depart from their husband and they talking to other men, saying they're not married. They're not letting people know that they married. And I advise sisters, now this is not no commandment, just me speaking as a man, like Paul was just saying. I advise sisters, if you're married, put it in your if you got social media, put it in your what they call it, bio, put it in your bio or your description, whatever. Let people know, just put something that you married, put married, or you know what I'm saying? Put something so brothers can know that you're married. Because brothers, brothers be, we men, you know what I'm saying? So if we see an attractive woman, brothers might click on your page, start scrolling, you know what I'm saying? See what you post and things like that. And if you got a husband, how the brother supposed to know that? You know what I'm saying? To you, to him, he thinking that you ain't got it in your, because brothers look. That's the first thing. That's the first thing brothers should look at on Instagram, on Facebook. They look in your bio to see if it say married. Right? They look in your bio to see if it say married. If it don't say married, hey, brothers feel like they can, you know what I'm saying, shoot their shot like Curry. Swish, shoot their shot like Curry. But if it say married, brothers know, okay, she off limits. So I advise sisters, if you're married or even if you courting, to put that in your bio so brothers are knowing they won't be going off, right? Because it's a lot of adultery, it's a lot of fornication going on. We already know how people in the world do that. You know what I'm saying? They make music about it, rap music, drill music about sleeping with other men's wives. Them women, sexy red, all them talking about fornication, all type of crazy stuff. We know they doing that in the world, but we shouldn't expect to see this in its truth, but it's what is it happening. So we got to make sure that we on our P's and Q's and make sure we in this Bible. Make sure we in this Bible and make sure we know what adultery is, man. Cause that's one sin right there. Of course, I don't want to. Of course, all sin you don't want to do, but adultery is that one sin in my mind. Like, bruh, I can't. Lord willing, I can't do that, man. That's one sin that scared me half to death, man. I ain't gonna lie. That adultery is one thing that scared me half to death. See, I to the point where like if brothers got wives, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, I don't even really look at them eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? I have my head. You gotta have your head down. You speak, but it's not no. It's a quick speak. How you doing, Shalom? She may be doing something, and you be like, sis, I'm finna. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna move this out of the way so you can do this. Things like that. It ain't no. You know what I'm saying? No. Casual talking, nothing like that. Cause things can happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure that we, even men, when it comes to another man's wife, we being discreet, got a head down. You know what I'm saying? Kind of making it a conversation, short and sweet, things like that. But because we don't want to slip up. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. You got these Tyler Perry movies. Most of his movies off adultery. He got that movie called what's that Tyler Perry movie? Let me see. He got one Tyler Perry movie of this woman, but it shows you what. If you think about it, every adultery movie that you watch, it always end up bad. What adultery movie when a woman that's a married woman and she lays down creeps behind her husband back with another man? What adultery movie you seen like that when the outcome turns out good? What is it? I ain't never seen a good adultery movie the outcome when a married woman gets with a married man and the husband finds out. I never seen the outcome just be smooth. I never seen the husband accept that. You had a movie called Adultery or Adulteress, something like that. When I think that movie called Adultery. It's called Adulterers. Now it shows you. You know what I'm saying? They got caught in adultery. Them two right there, the brother and the dog, they was caught in adultery. I think he came upstairs and heard it. You know what I'm saying? He got the gun in his hand. I ain't gonna spoil the movie, but it ended up bad. Cause that's off. It's a sin. You gonna get caught up sooner or later, right? And let me get the Tyler Perry movie I had. Temptation. This is the movie I was talking about right here. Temptation. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm finna spoil it. So basically, Kim Kardashian that's wild. I forgot she was in the movie. But check this out. Anyway, the sister right there with the dress on, she dressed modest and everything, man. Damn, that's crazy. But the sister right there, I think her name was Judith, something like that. She had a husband, right? She had a husband. Her husband was the dude that playing all the Tyler Perry movies. He ain't all the Tyler Perry stuff. Him right there. That's her husband. Now, she basically ended up going off with bald-headed dude right here. She ended up going off with him, you know what I'm saying, committing adultery with him. Comes to find out, he got AIDS. That's one reason. That's one reason why you shouldn't commit adultery. You gonna get the Lord gonna judge you. Rather he kill you, you know what I'm saying. Rather he kill you right now. Rather he kill you during judgment. Rather he give you a baby that you don't want. Not saying that the baby's bad, but women get pregnant and they start crying because they're like, I'm not ready for a baby. But that would happen when you sleep with another man. Now that's judgment because you got pregnant from a man that don't even like you, and he don't even want to deal with the baby. So you got to deal with all this by yourself, or the Lord can punish you by giving you AIDS, HIV, herpes, all that. And this man had AIDS, and guess what? She ended up getting AIDS, man. And she was a good woman at first too, man. Satan hopped on her. I ain't gonna lie, she was a good woman at first, you know what I'm saying? Her husband loved her. He was trying all he can to provide, and he kind of forgot her birthday, all praises. You know what I'm saying? He went, all praise that was the Lord. But he forgot her birthday. And yeah, and she kind of got upset about it, and dude was sending her flowers. It was Satan, man. That's how Satan gets you. See, that he was an angel of light. Or no, he was a not an angel of light, was it? Yeah, he was a no, what that priest let me see. He was a I said he was a wolf in sheep clothing. He was a wolf in sheep clothing. That's how Satan is. See, she was looking at him like, oh, he giving me flowers. He look at how beautiful I am. My husband forgot my birthday, but this man right here, he got me on a private jet with him. And actually, her mom basically told her. Her mom told her that this man was gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna send her to hell, something like that. But she didn't listen to her mom. The man had her start doing cocaine. She wasn't even that type girl. Her husband was trying to save her. She had AIDS, man. She got judged, and that's the real outcome of how a lot of our people around the world, the outcome that a lot of our people have around the world. They have the outcome of getting AIDS because they committed adultery, and that's judgment from the Lord. Hey, the Lord killed David's son. The Lord killed David's son for committing adultery. Man, he can kill your kids. He can get your seed line just by you committing adultery. That's a serious act. That's a serious matter, man. That way you have brothers. Brothers see a lot of our brothers don't take it. A lot of our brothers just look at it like, oh, I just laid with this woman. You know what I'm saying? She hitting me up. Hey, her husband can kill you. That happens all the time. He kill you. He kill her when he find out. Then he kill himself. So don't think that you escaping the Lord's judgment when you commit adultery. You're going to get put to death. You're not supposed to be sleeping with your brother's wife. That's off. That's madness. So let's get this. Let me get I think it's Matthew 19. Was it Matthew 19? Yeah. Check this out. It's Matthew chapter 19 and verse 9. It say, this is what I was saying about brothers can't put their wife away unless she commit adultery. It says, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. Wait, my bad. It said, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away does commit adultery. So when you put your wife away, cause y'all think about this, y'all one flesh. Y'all are one flesh. So like I was saying before, brothers, if you put your wife away and she ain't commit fornication at all, you just put her away, that's still your wife. So when you put her away, you're like you committed adultery. Why? Could that woman lay with somebody? That's your flesh. It's like that man is. See, people don't. That's how deep this is, bro. That man is laying with you. It's like that man is laying with you because you still married to that woman. When you lay down with that woman, y'all one flesh. So that woman is you, right? That's why you kind of when you lay down with a woman, right? When y'all be with each other for a long time, y'all kind of start to move the same, start talking the same. Sometimes people may start looking the same, right? Because it's spiritual. That's why people have so-called soul ties. They laying with all these men, and they having all these different type of soul ties, right? Because a woman was made to only lay with one man. A woman was only made to lay with one man, but now you have all these women laying with all these different men. They got all these different type of spirits on them. right? They got all these demons on them from all these men because these men are transferring these demons to her. But all praise to the Most High for repentance and change. So because the women that used to be like that, you could come into this truth and get baptized by this word, and you can become a whole nother creature. So the things that you used to do, them demons that was on you from all your previous men before you came into this truth, they can be gone. Right? You a new person. So all praise to the Most High for that. Clap it up for the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High for that. So yeah. So when a man, the Bible says you can only put your wife away except for fornication. But if you put her away besides fornication and she lay with somebody else, you committed adultery because that man is technically laying with you because that's your flesh. See how deep that is? That's your flesh. So technically you committed adultery too because you put her away unjust. You put her away unjust. It said, and whoso marrieth her which is put away does commit adultery. So if a man marry that woman that's put away, so I just say a man have a wife. And this is going on in everywhere around this world right now, even in its truth. A man get a woman, her feet stink, right? She ain't painted her toes. Oh no, you ain't taking care of yourself. I'm gonna write you a bill of divorce. Now he write her a bill of divorce. Now the Bible just said you can't put her away from that. You gotta be for fornication. So he write her a bill of divorce. You know what I'm saying? He stopped dealing with her. He blocked her on everything. She can't get in contact with him. Then she remarried. She get with another man, find her attractive, start talking to her, start courting her. Then he lay down with her. He in adultery. He is in adultery. Why? Because that woman is still married. Because her husband is still alive. Just because you don't want to deal with that man no more. I mean, just because that you don't want to deal with her no more, right? You can't put her away. You can separate. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put her away, meaning you done with her. You have to be trying to get back with her. You see what I'm saying? But it's a lot of adultery going on. It's a lot of runaway brides that's married, and they're trying to run from their marriage. They're trying to run from their marriage, man. It's like they're trying to run, but the Lord see everything. He see everything. Understand that. The Lord sees everything. You ain't escaped nothing. Understand that. Let me get this right here. (27 to 28). It's Matthew chapter 5, verse 27 to 28. This Christ, ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart. So Christ even got deeper with it. He's like, all right, y'all know about adultery. Y'all done heard that before, but now I'm saying this, right? Even if you look upon a woman, a married woman, and lust after her, you committed adultery all in your heart. So you already committed adultery in your mind because, you know what I'm saying, you thinking that. You undressing this man's wife. You imagining you having, you imagine you laying down with this woman's wife. With this man's wife. So you already committed adultery already in your heart. Right? Because you're gonna eventually try to, if you keep meditating on these wicked thoughts towards this man's wife, you keep meditating on it, you're not rebuking it, you're gonna eventually try something. You're gonna eventually try something. You're gonna eventually try it. Them thoughts gonna basically try to bring those thoughts to life. So Christ said you already committed adultery already, right? So even then, brother. So if you see a married woman, you may not go and talk to her, or you may not go and lay with her. But if you already imagining wicked thoughts towards this man's wife, you already committed adultery. You got to repent. You see what I'm saying? You already committed adultery already in your heart. Because you already, if you keep meditating on them wicked thoughts, you're going to eventually try to bring those thoughts to life. You know what I'm saying? So that's how deep it is, man. This is real life, man. And a lot of our women just giving their body up to men. No, you can't do that. Don't just give your body up to these men. That is sex is it's a spiritual thing, man. It's deeper than just a pleasure of you feeling good. No, it's a spiritual attachment, right? It's a spiritual connection with your partner. That's why the Most High God said for a woman she only supposed to know one man. Back in the ancient world, you had women that was virgins, right? And they got with this man, and they stayed with him their whole life. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. A woman is supposed to see out, because a woman is very, very. See, that's why the Lord. This is why the Lord say a man can have multiple wives and a woman can't have multiple husbands and things like that. Because the woman is she's more emotional, right? She think more with her feelings than logic. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord, even women will tell you, they know. Cause you have women say, "Oh, talking about if if men can have multiple wives, I should be able to have multiple husbands." But they know they will not be able to do that. 3 men, you know what I'm saying? You gotta you cleaning for all these men, right? You cooking for all these men. You gotta be sexual active with all these men. That's a whole job. That's a full job. A lot of women just talking. You know what I'm saying? But men built different. Men are built to be able to do that. So this is why the Lord was saying, this is why the Lord say what he's saying. Women, you can't sleep with all these different men, man, because you the weaker vessel. And a lot of these spirits hop on you, man. A lot of these spirits can hop on you, but they can hop on the brothers too, vice versa. Brothers sleeping with all these wives and not making on brothers sleeping with all these women and not making on his wife, not providing, taking care of them. He just sleeping with them and letting them go. Now you sleeping with all these women. Now her demons on you, right? Now she's struggling with stress, she's struggling with depression, right? She's struggling with anxiety. Now you got all them demons that she had on her, on you. You know. And you let me get this real quick. It's Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife. See, that's what adultery is. The true definition of adultery for a man is sleeping with another man's wife. Not a married man getting marrying another woman. That's not adultery. It says, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be surely put to death. So it was a time back in the ancient world. If a man committed adultery, him and that woman he committed adultery with was stoned. They got put to death. So this is sin worthy of death. And we may not be stoning right now because we're under a grace period, but best believe if you commit adultery when Yahweh Shah come back, he gonna kill you. If you a man in a bed with another man's wife when Yahweh Shah come back, he gonna cut your neck off. If you a woman that's married and you in a bed with another man, the Lord's gonna cut your neck off when he come back. Cause you in adultery and he gonna put you to death. Cause you had the grace period to repent from that and change, but you didn't want to take it. So now the Lord gonna have to kill you. So let me get this. Deuteronomy 22 and 22. It says, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, it keeps saying that. If a man be found lying, it don't say if a man's already married and take another wife. It says if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, because that's adultery. Then they shall both of them die. Hold on. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shall thou put away evil from Israel. Because that's an evil act, man. But this, like I said, this world glorify adultery. They call it cheating. Oh, see that they don't want to call it adultery. They want to call it cheating. That's adultery. That's a sin that's worthy of death. That's a sin that you gonna get put to death for. Like the Lord, see, The Lord don't play that, man. You have a lot of our sisters they be having a boy they with, and they wanna, he ain't doing the right, or he ain't pleasing me in the bed, so I'm a sneak and get this. I'm gonna have a sneaky link. A lot of these women got sneaky links. They be packing stay the night bags with other men. They men don't even know it. These women be having husbands and so-called boyfriends, and they be going to fly to Miami for spring break to get popped by other men. Hey, a lot of these women go to college, man. That's where adultery mostly happening in college. These women be having. I seen the post. This brother said, if your he said if your woman going to college, man. I forgot what college he said, but he said if your woman going to this college, he said just focus on yourself. I think it was the HBCU. He like if your girl going to this college, just focus on yourself. Cause a lot of times, not all the women, of course, I'm not putting all the women in the category, but it's a lot. A lot of these women, they be having so-called boyfriends back home. Then they go to college and they freak off with all these different men while they boyfriend back home. He FaceTiming her on the phone, and he don't know there's a dude over there in the corner in the room being quiet, listen to the whole conversation. That's adultery, man. Right? That's madness. That's utter madness, man. That's insane. The Lord is gonna kill people that's doing that. He gonna kill you women that's doing that. He gonna kill you men that's sleeping around with your brother's wife. Cause that means you hate your brother. If you love your brother, you wouldn't lay with his wife. Right? You wouldn't think wicked thoughts about his wife. Right? You will respect him or respect his wife because you respect him. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Let me get this precept. The Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Matthew 15:19. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murderers, adulterers, fornication, theft, false witness, and blasphemies. So out of your heart, meaning your mind, that's where adultery comes from. Because everything, man, it start with your eyes and with your mind. Once you see it, it's up to you to control your thoughts. You may see a woman that's in a relationship, and you might have thoughts, but you have to rebuke them thoughts quick. That's off, because it's just Satan. But if you ain't rebuking the thoughts, you kind of just, Satan be tricking you, man. He'll have you thinking that woman like you. That man, she don't deserve to be with him. Brothers be saying she don't deserve to be with him. She supposed to be with me. She meant for me. Maybe the Lord made a mistake. You got brothers saying maybe the Lord made a mistake. Right? I see how she look at me. She don't even be looking at him. The brother delusional. See how she be looking at me. She want me. She want me. So that's how brothers be getting charged with them rape charges, man. That's how brothers be charged with rape and sexual assault. Cause they be bugging out. Them demons be all in their mind. They think these women be wanting them. Satan be convincing these men that these women be wanting them, and they go and try to do something with them. But the whole time the woman don't want him. Now he got a sexual assault charge. He had a rape charge on him, man. So the Lord say we're not supposed to commit adultery you're not never supposed to commit adultery. Don't at all. A woman, you bound to your husband as long as he live. Right? You can't get with her. You can't marry another man until your husband dies. If he dies. Right? That's it. And brothers, you can't get with no married woman. Like I was saying, it's plenty of single sisters out here. But you want to get your brother wife. That's madness. That's insane to me. Let me get this precept. Get two more. And if Mark 10 and 12, if a woman shall put away her husband and be married to another, she commit adultery. So if a woman put away her husband, he may have been wicked, you know what I'm saying? She may like, I can't do this no more, and they kind of depart, and she be married to another man. That's adultery. She is an adultery, and the Lord do not accept that marriage, man. When you remarry and your husband's still alive, he didn't commit no type of, didn't do nothing. Well, you can't leave him anyway till he die, but you know, you got with another man while he's still alive. The Lord don't accept that, man. You in adultery. You need to repent. You know, thus says the Lord. I'm surprised that knew what I was typing. What Google knew I was typing, bro. I was typing too fast, misspelled everything. It says, this Ecclesiastes is also known as Sirach chapter 9 and verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife. So the Bible telling you don't sit at all with another man's wife. Right? Because if you sit with another man's wife, y'all going, you know, you work with this man's wife, y'all going out for coffee, right? Y'all going out to the movies together, y'all going out to eat. The Bible say, but don't do that because you know what that's going to lead up to. Right? That's going to lead up to a kiss. Right? That's going to lead up to him bringing flowers with a card that's saying you look lovely, happy birthday. That's going to lead to the bedroom. So the Bible says don't even sit with another man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to deal with another man's wife. It says, nor sit down with her in thy arms. So if that man not there, nowhere in the presence, don't be trying to sit with his wife. Don't be trying to hold her in your arms, talking about let's watch a movie. It's just y'all in there. She going to pop the popcorn. You know what I'm saying? And you picking the movie out. And you got your arm around his wife. You got his arm around his wife while he not there. He don't know what's going on. It says, and spend not thy money with her at the wine. So don't be going to no bar talking about, hey, it's on me. You buying her drinks, 3 or 4 drinks, it's on me. Don't do that because you know what that's going to lead up to, man. You're going to sleep with this man's wife. And the Lord going to have to kill you. It says, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou shalt fall into destruction. So the Bible's saying, like, bro, you going to get off that drink, right? You going to get off that drink, and you looking at this man's wife like lunch food, man. You looking at this man's wife like lunch food because you off that drink and you drunk. The Bible said, don't do that, man. The Bible said, don't do that. Simple. Don't put yourself in a position to the point where you kind of falling for this man's wife. Don't put yourself in that position. Because in the day, you ain't going to be able to get her you're not going to be able to get her unless he dies. And you can't have that thought of, man, I hope this nigga die. That's all, bro. That's madness. Brothers be having the thought, I hope that nigga die. His woman look good, but dang, I can't get her. I hope this nigga die. Brothers praying, I hope this nigga die. Brothers having wicked thoughts, damn, what can I do to make this nigga die quick? What can I do to make him die fast? Maybe I can cut his brakes out his car and he's driving and he try to stop at a stop sign, his brakes don't work, he get a head-on collision with a big truck. Or maybe I can poison his drink. What can I do for him? What can I do? Maybe I can get a hitman. Brother looking at their contacts, calling up, trying to find up hitmans in the world. They had people in the world that used to do it. They used to call to get stuff done for them, to get people wiped off this planet. If you know what I mean. So brothers looking up old contacts, looking for Jerome's name, trying to find Jerome. They get a hit on their brother so he can get with their wife, so he can get with his wife. That's madness, man. The Lord ain't dealing with that, bro. The Lord is not dealing with that, man. If if you like your brother wife on some weird stuff and you hoping that he die, the Lord might liable to kill you, man, because you hate your brother. You want your brother to die so you can get with his wife. It kind of same thing like with David and Uriah. But David actually got him killed though, and then got his wife. That's why he had so much. Hey, read the book of Psalms. David was going through it, man. You see what I'm saying? David was going through it because he got one of his soldiers killed, and then first he laid with her, got her pregnant, and then to try to cover it up, he got him killed. But brothers doing that, a lot of brothers doing that, but they're not physically doing it. A lot of brothers a lot of brothers want they brother wives. Sometimes brothers sleep with them, or sometimes brothers imagine wicked things with her, and then they imagine how can they get this brother killed, or they imagine if the brother went in the picture. Some brothers imagine if the brother went in the picture, if he was never in the picture and she was single, and they imagine, they have these wicked thoughts. They have thoughts of them with her, and imagine him not in the picture, like he like a imaginary friend. They imagine him like imaginary friend, like he don't even exist, like he a fake person. Then he imagined him going to the movies with this man's wife. Imagine them skipping in the flower field, them having a so-called picnic. He's like, boy, what's going on? This stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do that, man. The Lord is against adultery. So let me get this last precept. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. So the Bible says if you commit adultery with your woman, if you commit adultery with a woman, you lack understanding because you don't truly know how deep that is. You just a Jake in the world. If you commit adultery, you don't have understanding because you don't know how deep that is. You don't know that you basically destroying your own soul. You basically a dead man walking if you continue to do that. You basically a so-called homosexual. If you think about how deep that is, you laying with another man. Why would you want to lay with another man's wife? This man done did. I ain't gonna get I'm gonna choose my words wisely. This man done did. This man done loved on this woman a lot. Did a lot of things with this woman. So why would you wanna deal with this woman if this man done did all this with her? Right, that's what the Bible said. You commit adultery because that's him. That's his flesh. Right, he done went inside her. Let's see, brothers be weird. It'd be three brothers in one room be three brothers and one woman in a room. They be all going inside her at the same time. That's off. That's adult. That's off. And even watching so-called, I'm gonna call it corn with a C, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Even watching so-called corn, that's technically adultery, man. Cause it ain't physical adultery, but it's like spiritual adultery. Cause you imagine that you imagining yourself. We all used to watch that when we was younger. Used to sneak in the bathroom. Used to sneak DVDs, right? But you imagine yourself in there, and a lot of times these women that's doing that is married. So that's spiritual adultery. You thinking that what Christ said in Matthew 5:27 through 28. Right? So the Bible said you basically destroying your own soul when you commit adultery, man, because you sleeping with another brother. That's his flesh, so you're technically sleeping with him. And sisters, you destroying your own soul because you married and you dealing with another man. So you carrying all these different spirits, right? And your husband liable to find out and kill you, kill him, and also kill himself. Our brother would never be the same after that, man. Right? Our brother would never be the same after he find that out, man. He will never look at you the same. He will never trust you no more. Right? So this how important this is, man. This how important this is how important adultery is. The Bible said, Pepper, stop licking yourself, bruh. Stop. The Bible said, so the Bible said you're not supposed to commit adultery at all. Brothers, if you got a wife, the Bible is not against you having more than one wife. That's not adultery. But it becomes a problem and a issue, and you're liable to get put to death if you go messing around with a man's wife. Right? It don't matter if that man in your camp or not. It don't matter if you know him or not. You can't do it. Even if it's a heathen, you have brothers say, well, I'm gonna lay down with this heathen wife. Or he don't need to be with her anyway. He a heathen. Bro, no, that's still adultery. That's still adultery because you still got to keep the law. It don't matter what. You still got to keep the law. So you can't lay down with no heathen's wife. Right? You can't lay down with no man's wife unless that man dies. So a man, if you're a brother, you can't lay down. You can't sleep with another man's wife. It don't matter how glorified it is. It don't matter how people make it sound. It don't matter how it makes you feel. You going off. You going off. And a woman, if you married, you can't lay down with another man. You can't lay down with another man because that is adultery. If you're married, and you will get put to death for that, man. So Lord, when this video was edifying, man. Hope brothers and sisters think next time before they even try to do this. Just think about it, man. Is this worse? Is this worse or worth? Is this worth missing out on the kingdom of heaven? Right, brothers. Is this worth missing out on the kingdom of heaven with all these single women out here, and you want to get with your brother wife? Is this brother wife worth me missing the kingdom of heaven? Sisters, you got a husband, you know what I'm saying? You got a husband already and you trying to deal with this other man, right? Is this worth me missing the kingdom of heaven? This is what you got to ask yourself, man. Is this worth me missing the kingdom of heaven? Think about that. Meditate on it. You know, so this brother Obadiah, and I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shimi Hawashai. Hold up, matter of fact, is there another precept I wanted before I close out? I don't think so. Let me see. I gotta use the bathroom. No, that's good. That's good. All right, with that, so I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shimi Hawashai. I say Shalom, Kwame Yasharala. Say no to adultery.